Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to an audio commentary track for Guilty Crown. A bit of an explanation as to what this is. If you're listening to this on its own, it's probably going to be confusing as hell because we're watching Guilty Crown, but none of that is in here. We're just commenting on it, and that's what you're going to hear in this track. I'll call out when we start the show so that you could synchronize your watching of Guilty Crown and have us comment along with you if that should be entertaining on its own. That's sort of the goal here, is making that viable. Now, as a further explanation, we've already watched episodes 1 through 6 and recorded one of these for episode 6, and we're going back and doing 1 to 5, and we're gonna try to do it like it's our first time out, but we were already snarking at this show. That's the treatment it deserves, so that's the treatment it's gonna get. And we decided we might as well share.
So let's get started.
Starting in 3, 2, 1, go. There's a lighthouse here. That's apparently important. And is what we are watching at the moment.
Why is there a lighthouse in the middle of the town? And why does it look like a traffic cone?
Because it's for the airships that might otherwise run out of their lanes.
Song.
This is actually a pretty song. Yeah, this show is not uniformly bad. The way that,
Some others can be.
100 was a lot more uniformly bad. This one just has a lot of, snark opportunity.
The visuals on this one are overall pretty good, and the songs are nice, and now we're in media res.
Yeah. We've got a girl in a crazy but somewhat cool dress running through what looks like... Elias, why are you here? This isn't your show.
And why is this girl now wearing nothing but a raven feather cloak?
I mean, I think that's part of her YouTube video.
Yeah, and there's a little robot pet thing.
I mean, we have no idea what's going on, but...
That's in media res.
Yeah.
You're dropped in the middle of a scene, and you don't know what the context is, and the goal was to get you interested and curious as to what's going on. Oh, look, it's future things.
Yeah, there are holograms, so it must be the future. Really, though, the song is decently used, and... the scene here isn't terrible. And big robots.
Running down the same place, so presumably chasing her. And failing to hit her. Or, no, did they hit her?
No, they hit the area around her.
Well,
and she got knocked around. If she'd actually been hit by, like, a tank-scale machine gun bullet, I think she would be a little more inconvenienced.
I mean, anime.
Yeah, but... this is what it is.
Okay, suspension bridge.
Yeah, here we go. Help us, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're our only hope.
You beat me to it.
Ha ha! Yeah, that shell landed right in front of her. We actually saw that one impact.
Oh, look, it's a transformer.
And there was an invisible robot. Is this Full Metal Panic?
Okay, we have a name.
Yeah.
We need to get this. We need to get
I will
this to
say-
Guy. So Guy is Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yep.
Got it.
Alright, that Phoenix dress of hers is utterly impractical, but it is really beautiful, so if she was wearing like a skin-colored leotard under it, it would be great.
I'll argue with you on that one. So she's been knocked
for
off...
performance, not for adventuring and going headfirst into rivers.
Yeah, in real life, dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
In real life, you fall off and hit water at that height, it's like concrete. But that's not even just anime. That's any media that lets there be soft water.
Yeah, but still, hitting it head first.
I mean, that's closer to a high dive.
Yeah, but that's just broken neck. Oh, now we're in normal life.
Yeah. Everyone's got their, scrolls from Ruby.
And we are meeting our presumably, bland and boring protagonist who will discover that he has a superpower that will, be critical to saving the world or something.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we don't know anything about him at this point, except that he was looking sad and longing while watching a YouTube video of a hot chick singing a sad, longing song. So, we have no idea if we should care about him, and in a while we'll know that there's nothing important to care about him.
I mean, it's sort of... I was snarking, but it's sort of... That's a sort of standard place to start.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's even got the protagonist seat. Window side, second from the back. That's the chair. Don't sit there unless you want to go on a life-changing adventure. Apparently he's not very good at this school thing.
Well, I mean socially.
School society. Yes, you're dense. Don't worry, like every male lead is.
Oh, like your...
We'd like to see this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he puts his foot in his mouth, but I'm not sure it's just because he's not just because he's an idiot.
Yeah, most of the time it feels more idiot. The backstory is not artful here, but it's welcome. We actually do kind of need to know what the hell is going on.
I prefer this one to them explaining to someone else who should already know. That's the most irritating.
Yeah, this is not an as-you-know scenario. Meanwhile, they can track her by instant genetic recognition of blood.
The future!
I mean, that's actually kind of cool. I mean, it's totally implausible. Genetic tests take a long time. And he's randomly walking towards this abandoned building. And now hearing the song and seeing the trail of blood. And
Did he see the trail of blood earlier? If not,
I don't think he's seen it yet.
Then why is he here?
I have no idea.
Magic protagonist senses?
Yeah, we're now in Eris Gainsborough's church from FF7. And if that dress wasn't revealing enough to begin with, it's not even being worn properly anymore.
I mean, looks like she was bandaging herself up. So.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying that there's not a reason for it.
Apparently Little Robot's a fighting robot.
At least against normals. And banging your head on the table triggers the computer to show meaningful imagery.
Ooh, doves! It must be symbolic, because doves!
Or just directed by John Woo.
Oh, this is...
Oh, right, that's his thing.
That's why he's here. Well, why are you doing your video work out in the middle of...
In a ruined building with grass growing in the middle, and... You know, that should be something you should be doing in your little apartment that we know you have, Shu. This isn't your home. And now she's just switched to creepy old English children's rhymes.
he recognized her as the singer, which she is. Why are you so hurt? That's not directly answering his questions. And
now you want to play Cat's Cradle. So...
I will say, I used to really like playing Cat's Cradle, so I spent an inordinate amount of time trying to figure out what the proper move would be with the Cat's Cradle setup she has.
Still, is it Ice 9 in that vial, then? Obscure! Visions!
Flashback, flash forward, weird vision.
He doesn't know, so therefore neither do we.
They're in face-concealing helmets, so they're the villains.
Yeah. The villains in this aren't exactly subtle. And she's not exactly good. I don't know what her play was there. She just sort of ran up to them, got grabbed by the arm, and then hit.
That's otherwise known as the sane and sensible response.
Yeah.
You know he's going to kick himself over that, but that's the sane and sensible response.
That's the response that doesn't see him getting pumped full of holes.
Oh, look, we're going to kick an injured woman while she's half conscious on the floor.
Yeah, something we've noticed about this show, and would have noticed almost at this point the first time, is that all our villains graduated from the School of Dog Kicking.
I mean, there's some exceptions. They're not 100% kicking the dog every moment on screen. But a few of them are. A lot of them are.
Yeah.
The organization as a whole.
There's villain and then there's villain. I mean, you do want your bad guys.
What does that even... Okay, she was way out of your league. What does that have to do relevant to anything? And what does having a Cat's Cradle have to do with anything? And I don't. And so?
This is a lot of spontaneous angst.
Why are you angsting about that?
Yeah, rest a while and forget about it would have been sane. Oh, but R2 has something to say.
Obi-Wan Kenobi? And, you know, this honestly isn't that...
The robot can't move very far on its own, so...
And, you know, I'd probably be curious enough to deliver the robot myself. Even after everything that had happened.
I don't know. I mean, it would bug me to not, but...
I mean, I'd take it, and then if it looked like it was horribly dangerous... possibly run and hide. So, you said you knew what those were?
Yeah, those are, those little spike things that look like giant jacks are for breaking up crowds to prevent mobs from swarming places.
Oh, look. It's a bunch of people talking seriously around a hologram. Oh, we've got a name for our MacGuffin.
Yeah, it's not just for Death Star plans, it's for Void Genome. You can't even be told what the stolen item is.
It's super secret.
Wahaha, if we told you, we'd have to kill you.
Antibodies. We do get an explanation as to them, but right now it's kind of weird that they're called that.
Yeah, I mean, we already do kind of know they're the post-plague police.
But that's still a freaking weird...
Yeah, I mean, they go pretty hard with theme naming in this.
Fair enough. Seriously, put on a shirt!
I mean, she hasn't exactly had a chance.
Yes, but she doesn't ever.
Not with that outfit. I mean, she wears other outfits.
I mean, honestly, with that, it's either the object is more important than the residents, or you were probably going to purge the residents anyway.
Knowing these villains and these heroes, probably both.
just get rid of her? She kind of is important information.
Yeah, but if she's not going to give it up...
Then you lock her away and try to figure out how to convince her to give it up. You don't just try for 5 seconds and go, oh, well, and then you toss her. That's...
Mm-hmm. I mean, and if you're going to talk... If you're saying get rid of her, there should be a blam in the next 5 seconds.
So...
I mean, it does kind of look like a tiny little rice cooker.
Is this the drop-off point?
Yeah, this is.
So why are there random thugs at the drop-off point? You'd think that the drop-off point would be somewhere more secure in terms of the rebels.
I mean, they're underground rebels. They probably just live in the bad side of town and are looking for Inori, who could handle herself. I mean, in theory.
But when you've got all these sudden... Oh, look! Sudden dramatic landings for... our cool, angry, coat-wearing badass.
Yeah. Never seen that design before. Oh, it's Judar Harvey! From 100.
No, seriously, if someone talks to you like that, you just assume they're probably a psycho badass.
I mean, it depends on your level of genre savvy.
Yeah, but they're probably crazy, even if they're not a genuine badass, and those are never good to fight.
Yeah, you don't want to fight crazies.
And I really don't understand why anyone charged him after how he beat on the first guy.
Mook chivalry?
No, see... The running away and he didn't actually kill them, so what was all that deceased?
You are already dead!
Okay, that's my response, too. Random cat girl.
Yeah.
That would be my response, too. Why is there cat girl? Why do you know his name? No, seriously, I actually don't know that one.
We're 6 episodes in, and we're not quite sure why they were so pre-aware about... They know who he is, yet don't know what happened to Inori.
Yeah, I don't know why.
And already chewing him out.
Yeah, really. There wasn't anything he could do. Why are you bitching at him? Oh, look, the enemy's here.
Yeah.
And look, they're killing civilians.
That's pretty much their job.
Yeah.
Kill civilians, and especially, I'm pretty sure if we got close-ups of any GHQ soldiers, rather than them being faceless Legions of Doom, they'd be laughing about it like yokels.
Probably. Look, it's a Transformer robot.
Yeah.
And it's our friendly white robot jumping on it, I think.
Yeah. Stomp it like a Goomba.
So they know he has the,
Yeah.
He pocketed the void genome, right?
Yeah, void genome, that's what they call it. I mean, he doesn't know what that is, but everybody else does.
He knows it's important.
Yeah.
What can I do?
You know, that's a good question that, they probably should have... That the other people probably should have asked what he can do.
Try to not
other
die.
Other than toss them the...
No, really, why didn't Guy get the genome from him?
Yeah. Okay. The robots have, feedback. We have learned this.
Okay, I assume she's now free?
Yeah, we flipped the truck.
Missile conveniently knocked out the guards and opened the door so she can get out.
Yeah. Let her shamble somewhere visible.
Right in front of 2 giant robots.
Inori, you're not very good about staying free and alive.
Yeah. And... Shu, frankly, this is moronic.
Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of mistake that makes you a protagonist, but...
There was nothing that you running in could do.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe, try to tackle her out of the way behind cover, but they're coming in for melee. Or at least point-blank execution-y shot.
There was a bit of actual audio in there.
Possibly, yeah. We might redo this one because that's not allowed, or file it under lost episode.
Anyway, we are now on.
Things are happening. There's a maple leaf on the back of your hand. You have the power of Canada.
Yeah, what the hell's going on is a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
There's a glowy thing on her chest. Flashback?
Flashback to schoolgirl anemone? Bond between her, blah, blah, blah. You know what? You could describe your superpower in a slightly less cryptic way.
I mean, we kind of get an explanation later, so I'm not sure why she needs to talk in trailerese right now.
Yeah. I mean, but she does. She totally does.
More flashback, flash forward, vision, whatever. And now his eyes are glowing
red. And there are all these silver wisps in the air, and just hand in chest and withdraw sword.
Yeah, we don't know what it is yet, but it's a sword.
Yeah, okay. But
to be fair, this is pretty awesome looking.
Yeah. The pillar...
A little over the top, but pretty awesome looking.
Yeah. I mean, very over the top. It's the pillar of light into the sky making the clouds swirl. They wanted this to look as epic as possible.
And it looks pretty epic.
To be fair, that's not a bad goal.
And and your new magic sword deflects missiles. Cool.
Yeah. Hold it out, get a missile deflecty rune.
And bisects giant robots. Well, no, that looked like it just took off the arm, but then
then it explodes. Because, all robots in media are made of C4. If you hit them, they explode.
It's like a rule somewhere.
Yeah, it's a known fact.
Fade to black.
Yeah. Oh, right, that's where this episode cuts.
That's a really weird cut.
Yeah. Well, we'll get answers next episode, but right now...
We just leave off with a very weird cut.
Yeah. I mean, it's customary to cut, at the start of an action scene, but you do, 4 moves and then cut? That's...
Yeah, I mean, it would have made sense to cut, 20 seconds earlier when he's still holding the sword up with the beam in the sky.
Holding the sword up, beam in the sky, cuts to the pullback shot of looking over Guy's shoulder at the beam to the sky, and then you cut the episode there and start the next
I think Guy's surprised expression, but I don't think Guy has an surprised expression.
No, I don't think he does.
I don't know what we'd call that expression. Anyway, we're watching the ending sequence, which
is mostly just Inori walking slowly, looking a little sad while scenes play behind her. We're gonna get used to Inori looking low energy sad.
With a spotlight from above.
Yeah.
But again, to be fair, the songs are very pretty.
Indeed. See you next time, or possibly this time again.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.